daily update you guys have literally all been waiting for. Hi guys, it's been a while, I'm not gonna lie. I apologize for my setup. I'm not a cool YouTuber. I guess I thought I'd give you an update since it's kind of overdue. Basically, I'm gonna start from around July. It's kind of like a little 2019 recap. And I really apologize for the sound on my phone. We're trying to get some money together to get a nicer camera and a microphone. So let's get this started. It's supposed to be a really long video, so I apologize. You guys may be wondering what happened to this place. Here we go. So as you know, I did move out of my old boarding barn. And it wasn't necessarily that there was anything wrong with the barn. There's a couple people, I'm going to be honest here guys, because it's the equestrian world and you guys pretty much go through the same things I do and Grace and Kate and I did. Basically there was a couple people that I disagreed with because of my July show. And basically I just wanted to get away from them, which is one of the reasons. Another reason, as you know, that you don't really see, for those of you that don't have Instagram, or for those of you that do have Instagram, you know that I don't really ride Journey and I don't really work with Teddy as much. And that's because Journey and Teddy are my mom's horses and I own Summer. And because I mainly focus on Summer, I wanted to have her at a training facility where I could train, because I don't know if you, like I said, those of you who have Instagram, you know that the boarding barn that I was at has a very small indoor and there's no trainer on site. But at the same time, to make things easier on my mom and I, we also wanted to make sure that all of our horses could be together because we don't want to be driving all around the county. So in order to save ourselves the trouble, we went around about like a week after our July show. We started looking for a couple barns. Decided to look for a barn where I could still have, you know, arenas for training, and just a barn where I could bring in a trainer, and somewhere where it would be like friendly for my mom's two horses. So we found a barn not even 3 minutes from my trainer's facility, but we found it, and it was a quiet little privately owned property, and it had a wonderful sized indoor arena and a jumping arena outside. It was mainly used for jumping, so, and that's what I do for Summer. So we get there and we decided to go ahead and move the horses in, just because, you know, we were so excited about it. The only problem with the barn was that there wasn't big pastures, and we thought about it, you know, and we decided that with hay and better grain, maybe we could maintain Journey's weight, because if you guys don't know, my mom's Percheron was a rescue and she's majorly underweight. Moved the horses in, and about a week later we started noticing Journey was drastically losing weight. We kind of were skeptical. Why is she losing weight? She's on better grain, she's on more grain, and she's getting our own hay. What was happening was the barn manager was leaving her out in the paddocks all day, and Journey was getting restless as she didn't have food, so she walked around and burn off needed calories. And it kind of aggravated my mom and I, because I know I necessarily don't pay, because it's my mom's horse, so she pays, but kind of frustrated my mom and I, since we were paying for a stall and we weren't getting it, or Journey wasn't getting it. Summer has pink skin, and because she was being left out in the paddock all day, she was getting sunburn, and Teddy necessarily didn't have a stall. He had an outdoor run-in shelter, and he just didn't seem happy. Like, we'd go see him and he wouldn't want to go back in, and when he would go back in, he would stand at the door. I bought our own hay, but the barn manager was actually using our hay instead of the barn's hay. so we ran out of it quickly. We just didn't think that it was the right place for Journey because she was losing weight. So my mom made the executive decision to go ahead and move her back to the boarding facility we came from. And the barn owner was very nice and welcoming my mom back, which is really good because, you know, we needed to make sure Journey was at a place where she'd gain weight. And at our old boarding facility, they did have pastures and grass, and we could bring in our own hay. We decided that my mom, even though my mom and I didn't want our horses at 2 different barns, we decided to go ahead and keep Teddy and Summer at the privately owned barn we were at. And at first, I was loving it there. I could jump Summer. It was kind of hot out, so a couple days I didn't go ride Summer. But Summer's the kind of horse where she shows her emotions very well. And all of a sudden, I would ride her, and she would seem very exhausted. Like, all of a sudden, we wouldn't even get to canter work, and she'd be, you know, lazy. And I noticed that she was kind of like lethargic. So I kind of gave her a break, more of a break here and there. I didn't jump her for like a solid 3 weeks. And we just kind of were getting frustrated with the way we were getting treated there. Some days we'd walk in and we noticed that Teddy and Summer would still have full tubs of grain, meaning that they didn't get fed in the mornings. She was tired and she just wasn't feeling herself. And like I said, we had also noticed that Teddy had been very unhappy in the paddocks, and I don't know, just everything went downhill kind of quickly. We were kind of worried about it first because the whole reason we moved to this new private barn was so that we didn't have to go back and forth to 2 different properties. It's kind of exhausting. So we talked to the manager at the private barn and we told her that I had been interested in moving to my trainer's barn, and she completely understood because, you know, I'm a young girl and Summer needs consistent work and I need training. But after that, things kind of went downhill, and I'm not going to get super into it because it's nothing super bad. Like, she didn't hurt the horses or anything. It's just reasons that I don't want to be putting out there on social media. We decided to go ahead and take Teddy back to Liberty, and all worked out. I mean, the barn manager did give us a little bit of issues, but we just decided that it was in our best decision to move them out of there as quickly as possible. Coming on October, which is when we moved Teddy and Summer back, Summer has been doing really good at Honey Tree. I haven't been out to see her very much, and I do feel bad, and I need to update you guys on that as well. Basically, this past week and last week, I did have exams, so I hadn't really been out. Teddy's been doing good at Liberty, and yeah, so that's one of the main things I just want to update you guys on, because I know in my previous video I did mention that we were moving Journey out, and there wasn't a lot of questions about it, so I'm pretty sure you guys got the gist of it. I know I share this account with Katie and Grace. An update kind of on Grace and Faith. Obviously, I can't give you guys the full update because I don't work with Faith and I don't see Grace every day, although I would love to. From what it seems like, if you guys follow her on Instagram, her and Faith have been doing really, really good. I mean, I can obviously see the difference, and hopefully sometime soon when I see her next, we can vlog. I think she's going to do a little surprise. I see Katie more often than Grace because she's still at the boarding facility where Journey and Teddy are kept. And her and Maggie are doing really good. With the cold weather, it's just so hard to get the energy to ride, because sometimes it's just so exhausting. What I want to update you guys on is I've been getting actually a couple questions about the 2 other horses I ride on my Instagram account. I've been riding 2 horses, Brady and Samson, and they are just angels, guys. Now, I don't own either of them. I just want you guys to know that because I don't want people thinking out of nowhere I just bought 2 random horses. Samson is a project that I'm working with. He's a 12-year-old Frisian Percheron cross, and I don't own him and I don't lease him. I just work with him. He's a green bean, so I'm kind of showing him the ropes of dressage. Now, in no words am I a trainer. The first time I rode him, I wasn't sure how to use himself correctly. So I've been teaching him stuff like, moving off leg pressure and holding his head, holding himself up and not just like plopping, you know, just doing his own thing. Hopefully in the spring I can take him to the same dressage show that Grace and I took our 2 horses to. Next on the list is Brady. He's a 21-year-old quarter horse, and he's such a saint, guys. He's pretty, I wouldn't necessarily call him a schoolmaster, but he's pretty finished, a polished horse. He's a hunter jumper, so he's just and he's really retired. Like, he's not gonna show, he's not gonna compete at all, like anything like that. I'm just kind of exercise riding him. His owner is at college, so she's not able to obviously come down and ride him every day like she wants to. Not quite sure what else I need to update you guys on. I don't really have any shows upcoming, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So basically, I just wanted to update you guys on what was going on in my life, because I know, like I said, some of you guys don't have Instagram. Not fair to leave you guys completely in the dust. So, and I know I've been wanting to do this forever. Like, I've been posting on my Instagram story like, okay, I'm gonna film that and, you know, the video tonight, and I'm gonna film this tonight. But in all honesty, it's just, even though I come home and I do nothing, it's so hard to find the energy and the right words to say. There's a whole bunch of videos I have planned. Like, I want to do an equestrian stereotypes, I want to do a barn tour, I want to do vlogs, I want to do a couple montage videos. You know, I have a couple planned for anniversaries with Teddy and Summer, and you know, there's so many things that I want to do. I just don't have the time, and I get so caught up. I'm trying, trust me, and like I said, I'm sorry I don't have a really nice setup, but what I do have is my phone, and I have myself, so I can at least give you guys that. If you don't follow us on Instagram, I will tag our things below. But if you don't have Instagram, I will try my hardest to get a couple new things to post on here. And if, you know, if what you guys want is updates, then maybe we can do like a couple, every couple of months we can do an update on what's going on, or something big happens, we can do an update. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great holiday season, because I probably won't see you till after then. And yeah, so have a great time, and bye.